Hello, welcome. My name is Brandi Healy. I'm the Retail Special Projects Manager here at Relax the Back. And today we are going to be hosting a Facebook Live event, Move, Stretch, Invert, talking about inversion. And we are featuring the Teeter XC5 inversion table. So we are going to just give a few minutes here to allow people to get signed on before we get started. But I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself, talk a little bit about our event. And if you are just joining us, please feel free to jump into the chat and say your name, where you are located, and I'd love to say hello to you. And we'll get started to talk more about the benefits of inversion and do a demonstration of inversion using the table in just a few minutes. And again, if you're just joining us, my name is Brandi Healy, and I am the Retail Special Projects Manager here at Relax the Back. And we're actually coming to you live from our Relax the Back virtual store that is located at our corporate offices in Southern California. Today we're going to be talking about inversion, move, stretch, invert. We'll talk about all of the benefits that you can experience with inversion. What are some things that you can use inversion therapy for, as well as doing a demonstration of some movement that you can do utilizing a inversion table. Dallas Wall from Fort Dodge, Iowa. Welcome, Dallas. Nice to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have Georgia from New Mexico. Hello, Georgia. And we have Chelsea from Long Beach. Welcome, Chelsea. Thank you for joining us. And we have Kimmy from Graham, Washington. Welcome, Kimmy. Anna from Long Beach. We have a Long Beach really showing up big this morning. So happy to have all of you joining us live this morning. And if you're catching this later on in a recording, any comments that you put into the chat, any questions that you have, we'll be jumping back in to answer. Good morning, Natalie. Thank you for joining us. And if you are just signing on, we are getting started this morning for our inversion event. We're going to wait a few more moments to allow for people to sign on. I see that we have Diane that just signed on from Illinois. Hello. Ashley and Gina from Greenville, South Carolina. Welcome. We have the East Coast coming in strong, Midwest. Chow from San Francisco. Hello, Desiree. And we have Sally from New York. Welcome, Sally. Happy to have you. And we have Danny from Orange County. I'm guessing that's what OC means. We're here in Southern California. That's OC around here. Ruth from Indiana. Welcome. And thank you so much for joining us. Once again, I'm Brandi Healy. I am the Retail Special Projects Manager here at Relax the Back. We are coming to you live from our Relax the Back virtual store that is located at our corporate offices in Southern California. Today, we're going to be talking about inversion, some of the benefits of inversion, some of the reasons that you might consider inversion as a part of your recovery, wellness, fitness routine. And we'll talk about some of the features of the Teeter XC5 inversion table that I have behind me. And I'll actually jump on and show you a few exercises that you can do using this table. So we'll give it about another minute before we kick it off. And again, if you are just joining us, please feel free to hop into the chat, put your name in, where you're joining us from. We have visitors that are from Washington. We've seen a few from all over the state of California, Indiana, New York, New Mexico. So glad to have all of you joining us this morning. and taking a few minutes to check out what we have to show you. And as we've been waiting for people to get jumping on, we have some fun facts just about the benefits of inversion, a little bit of explanation about what an inversion table is, and a little bit about our partner Teeter as well. And we have Peggy from Florida. Welcome, Peggy. So happy to have you this morning. All right, it's 9 o'clock, so it looks like we'll just go ahead and get started. So if you are just joining us, I am Brandi Healy. I am the Retail Special Projects Manager here at Relax the Back. We are coming to you live from our virtual store that is located at our corporate offices in Long Beach, California. Today we're talking about inversion. So our event is Move, Stretch, Invert, and we are featuring the Teeter XC5 inversion table that is right behind me. So some of the benefits of inversion therapy is that it can relieve back pain, ease tension and stress, improve joint health, and increase overall flexibility. And oftentimes we see people that suffer from sciatica, herniated discs, muscle spasms, muscle tension that really benefit from utilizing an inversion table. And when we think about how the activity of inversion can really help with those things is we say the 4 R's. So it relaxes the muscles, it realigns the spine, it rehydrates the discs, and it reduces nerve pressure. So 4 R's for inversion. Now, the XC5 table by Teeter is something that is exclusive to Relax the Back. Teeter has been in business since 1981, and we have partnered with them for over 30 years. They are one of the leading authorities in inversion tables, and they are the only inversion table company that is registered with the FDA. So this table is different than any other Teeter table that you'll see in other stores on other websites, as the frame itself looks very different. It has this curved frame which allows for easier entry and exit of the table itself. It has this nice tall handle for the ankle lock, which is a great feature, especially for somebody suffering from low back pain. You're not having to lean forward as much to secure your ankles. This nice long handle here makes it a lot easier to access. It also has a different mechanism that actually inverts the table itself. It is a whisper quiet mechanism, and it gives you the smoothest inversion experience than any other table that you'll see on the market. Sometimes people can feel a little bit intimidated by an inversion table. It can look like it would be intense, but really you're able to control the experience, and especially with this really high quality mechanism in this device, it makes it easy for anyone to use it. The way that the table is labeled and set up is in a way that it's labeled right here on the table, steps 1, 2, and 3. So you can adjust the table based off of your height, and there's actually a height setting here. You pull out a knob and it gives you markings for your height. I am 5'2", and what I found as I was trying the table out is that I needed to add a little bit more height in order to find my right balance. So when you first try inversion, it's great to have a second person with you so that you can try different height settings. Again, the height settings are really a guideline, but as you invert, you may find that adding or taking away an inch or two is more helpful to your experience, just based off of how your body is. So if you have long legs or a longer torso, you may need to tinker a bit with the height setting to find the height setting that's just right for you. So like I said, I'm 5'2". I found that adjusting it to 5'3" was kind of my sweet spot. So then we want to set the angle. So there's a tether strap underneath. It has a locking mechanism so that it will stop at the angle that it's set at. So Teeter makes it very easy. There are different markings that are on the tether strap itself so that you can control the amount of inversion. And again, with this locking mechanism, it'll ensure that you're not going back further than you want to. And then the last step is securing the ankles. So I am going to unlock this ankle secure device. I'm going to step into the table. This table also features Ergo Embrace ankle, an ankle mechanism. So these covers that are here are really comfortable. Again, I'm not having to lean down very far to pull the handle to secure my ankles. And then once my ankles are secure, it's extremely comfortable with that Ergo Embrace material. What is the weight and height limit, Anna is asking. So that's a great question, Anna. So anyone from 4'8" to 6'6" can benefit from this table and use it. And it has a 300-pound weight capacity. So once I have this locked in, I can grab onto the handles and I can lean back. So there is a lumbar bridge here that is adjustable. And again, you can move that bridge to really ensure that you are getting that lumbar support in the right place. And you can, based on the setting of the bridge itself, control how much, a little or a lot, lumbar support that you want. So I already preset that bridge for myself. And in order to get that nice, smooth, controlled movement to inversion, I'm going to slowly raise one arm first. And then I am going to take the other arm back. So another feature of this table that you'll notice that's different from other inversion tables on the market is the bed itself is made of plastic. And that is for a very specific reason. It's not hard at all. It's very flexible, but that really allows for me to slide as I invert on this table to really support the decompression here of my spine. Now, I am also a yoga instructor, and inversion, even mild inversion, is something that I include in almost every single one of my classes. So in a position like a ragdoll, which is a forward fold position to invert, I typically will keep my students in that posture for up to a minute. And the same thing goes for this table itself. One of the questions people often ask is, how long should I invert for? And really, it's frequency over duration. And as you're getting started, 2 to 3 minutes of inversion is a really great place to start. And you want to stay on there for a few minutes to really get the benefits. Because just like with massage, your body will brace, and it'll take a few moments to begin to relax and really experience the benefits. So the same thing goes here with inversion. So I've been here for a moment or two chatting. I'm also using my breath to assist with the decompression of the spine. So as I'm breathing in, I'm really sending the breath to the kind of the space in between my shoulder blades. And as I'm exhaling, I'm assisting in finding length and decompression here in my spine. There are also a few exercises that you can do to enhance your inversion experience. And I'm just going to show you a few very simple maneuvers that you can do. So one of them is a neck stretch. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my right ear to my right shoulder. I'm going to my right hand on the side of my head, right above my left ear. And I'm not going to pull with the hand, it's just gentle pressure here. And I'm going to inhale and reach my left fingertips towards the floor. And I can feel decompression in my left ankle, in my left knee, in my left hip. I can feel elongation throughout my entire left side body. And as I'm inhaling, I'm really expanding the left side of my chest. And I can feel a really nice stretch along the intercostal muscles, all those little muscles along the rib cage here. Another thing I can do with my hand in this position and my neck in this position is I can take my chin over to my right shoulder or over to the left shoulder and really release some tension in the neck. So now I'm going to release my hand, take my head back to the center, and then take it to the other side. So then bring my left ear to my left shoulder, left hand to the side of my head on the right above my right ear. And I'm going to inhale, reach my fingertips towards the floor. And again, I can feel that decompression along the entire right side of my body. Ankle, knee, hip, even in my shoulders. Nice stretch along the rib cage. And I'm taking the chin to that left shoulder this time and then over to the right again to release a little bit more here in the neck. I'm going to take both arms back to the middle and try one more little stretch here. I'm going to interlace my hands. I'm going to flip my palms towards the floor. I'm going to inhale, take a big breath, and press my fingertips towards the ground. I'm going to take another big breath. And then as I exhale, I'm going to take my torso over to the right, again, stretching into the side body and pressing the heel of my right hand towards the floor. Then I'm going to come back to the middle on an inhale, and then on an exhale, I'm going to take it over to the left, this time pressing the heel of my left hand towards the floor, stretching the right side body out. And then I'll release the hands and come back up. So these handles here make it very easy for me to come back to an upright position. And again, with this longer handle, I can just unlock, release, and this curved frame makes it very easy for me to step out of the table itself. I had a customer the other day that was purchasing this table for her 72-year-old mother who has herniated disc, and she really wanted to help her get some pain relief and was asking if it was safe for her to use. I assured her it absolutely was, that, talked her through the settings on the table itself, and also let her know that accessories like the mat that offers a variety of exercises, as well as the Teeter Move app, which is a free subscription-free app that you get along with the table that has instructor-led exercises and stretches that you can do to elevate your inversion experience. What should I avoid during inversion? So in terms of just some indicators, excuse me, about who should avoid inversion altogether, things like glaucoma or high blood pressure are things that you would want to speak to a healthcare provider with before incorporating inversion into your therapy. So I find that bending the legs makes it super easy to get out on your own, and I'm a big fan and use it daily for decompression in my neck. I love that, Ashley. I love this table as well. I find it incredibly beneficial. I actually have impingement in my shoulder, and I find that inversion experience really helps make my shoulders feel really good. So I think a lot of times people think it's just really for your spine, but truly for your decompression in the entire body. If we have any other questions, I would love for you to jump in the chat. I'm happy to answer them. And again, if you're watching this as a recording, you are more than welcome to put questions in here, and we'll be jumping back in periodically to answer those for you. yes, this will be available on replay. So if you go to the Relax the Back Facebook page and go to videos, all of our Facebook Live events are available for view. We would love for you to like and share these with someone or with your network of friends to let them know about the benefits of inversion. This product is available in all of our Relax the Back locations. It's also available on our website. If you have questions about the table, if you would like a demo, we invite you to come into one of our stores. If you're not near one of our stores, we would love for you to book a virtual appointment, and I'd be happy to give you a demonstration myself. Are there any medical conditions that would prevent me from using inversion? Yes, as I mentioned earlier, some contraindicators would be things like glaucoma, high blood pressure, where you would want to consult a healthcare provider prior to using the table. Any other questions? Okay, so one last thing that I want, or two last things that I want to show about the table are the accessories. So I know that I talked about the mat, but Teeter makes it really easy right out. Like everything that comes with the table is all you really need in order to experience a really great inversion session. So it comes with the table, this adjustable lumbar bridge. So as I mentioned earlier, you can take it off and adjust it based off of where you need that support and how much support you need. It also comes with these great nodes. So these nodes, you can see from the image here, go into the table itself. You screw them in and you can utilize them for trigger point therapy as you are inverting. So if there are areas that you hold a lot of tension, if you are experiencing a knot in your back, you can put these in the table and adjust them right to hit just the right spot. So it, is doing double duty of trigger point therapy as well as inversion. A really fun thing that you can do with these as well is pop them in the freezer so that you get them nice and cold before you get on. Can the back lumbar support be used when first using the inverter, and how do I know the proper position? Yes, so the lumbar bridge can be used when you're first beginning, and it's really about finding your level of comfort. So the higher the bridge is, it's going to give you more lumbar support. The further apart it is, it's going to be less. And it's really going to vary based off of every person's body. And you can try a few different settings until you find your sweet spot. It is easily assembled. It comes with a great instruction guide. I am not a terribly handy person. I put this table together myself and found it to be very easy. I have trouble getting back upright. I have to have someone with me or I'd be stuck there until someone gets home. No, so that's why you have that locking mechanism to ensure that you're not going back too far. So it's about making sure that you're setting that tether at an angle that doesn't take you back further than you want to go, so that you are still able to get out on your own. And as I mentioned earlier, as you first get the table, it is good to have someone with you to help you find your right height setting, to help you find an angle of tether with the tether that you are comfortable with, so that if you go back a little further than you like, you have a little bit of assistance before you come upright. And then you know after that where your settings are so that you don't get stuck there. One other accessory that I want to show you is the comfort cushion. So Teeter makes this other accessory that's called the comfort cushion. Again, the table has everything that you need, but this really enhances and elevates the experience. It lays right over the table itself. It secures with nodes very similar to the trigger point nodes, puts it right into the table. But not only does it offer a little bit of padding, but it has a really nice heat and massage feature, again, to really up the ante on that inversion experience. The accessories that we talked about are also available in our stores and on the website. All right, it looks like we have one more question. Will this do anything for my neuropathy in my feet and my legs? You know, to be honest, that's not something that I am familiar with, but I would be very happy to look into that for you and answer you back, Pat. Do we have any other questions? No? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, my name is Brandi Healy, coming to you live from our Relax the Back virtual store here at our corporate offices in Southern California. Thank you for joining us. And again, everything that we went over today is available at our Relax the Back store locations and on our website. Have a great rest of your day.